Now, I suspect this is one of those things where we kind of just, we roll with it, and because it's not even, like, you probably wouldn't even notice if I didn't tell you, but then I would tell you and be like, well, now I notice it, and then everyone's day is ruined from now on until the end of time. Hey! You... It me. Hey everybody, my name is Channel Shook, and welcome yet again to the concept of videos, but not the reaction. Hopefully that'll be here in just a few minutes. No, I just really quickly wanted to jump in and just say hi and let you guys know that I live. It's true, didn't die. Funnily enough. The world might have tried over this month, but that's a whole other... Point is, I just really quickly wanted to jump in and let you guys know, because I did, mention it in, like, what am I trying to say? Fucking, community thing, note, page, whatever, community post stuff. But obviously, not everyone is always going to see those, and not everyone's going to remember them. But anyway, just a quick little reminder as to where I've been, why I have been absent, because there's very different reasons than the usual reasons. And hopefully should be good from this point on. I have to get back in the groove of things. I gotta get back in the swing. It takes a minute. As soon as you take a fucking break, you start to go like, and you just dissolve a bit, and it's not good. Especially when you start prioritizing a bunch of other stuff. Which I'll talk about a little bit, because, I need the smallest amount of self-esteem boosts that I can possibly get. Hopefully, from this point forward, we'll pretty much be okay. There was a couple reasons why I was gone. And then maybe we'll top this off with I don't even know if there's going to be much of a discussion. For anyone who doesn't want to sit through this whole fucking thing, there's probably going to be a poll in the Discord. Yeah. I mean, it will also be there, but it'll also be in the description, dumbass. They both have discs in it. Like discs. Physical media, it's great. Fucking all that shit. Like, that's not discs. That's some discs. There's a lot of cartridges, though. Can you see what that one is? Can you tell? It's got the golden N64 cartridge. Stadium 2. Damn right it is. Then there's Little Claire and the young boy Bento. Anyway, point is, physical media is great. Fucking what? Poll description. Because of course we have as of right now 1 empty slot, 2 slots that are about to be empty. The only one that is already guaranteed to have something to fill in, because that will be Aquatope on Wednesday. Because we only have 2 more episodes left of My Dress Up Darling and Big Old Heckin' Magical Gays. And then we will be moving on to new stuff. And I have a couple things. You guys know me. I am so fucking indecisive. There's so many things that I want to do, and there's never enough time, and I have not any willpower. So I'll probably just throw something together here pretty quick, and then over the next week or so, if even that, you guys shall bestow your thoughts upon it. You absolute thoughts. Is that a thing anymore? I don't know. When was the last time I heard that as a term? Anyway, I mean, I hear thought often. It's a thing that you think about sometimes, It's that thing that... Jesus Christ, I never should have returned. Anyway, point is, so that's going to be a thing. I don't know how long it'll run. I'll probably write it in the description if and when I make the fucking thing. And I'll put a community fucking post again. Regardless, we'll have something up, and you'll have at least a little bit of time to figure it out. There'll probably be a small mix of, like, some things I really want to, like, potentially get back to. Like, I've been really kind of jonesing since Season 3 came out to actually finally get around to Sound Euphonium, despite spoiling motherfuckers. Stuff like that. And then, like, a couple new things. Fucking many losing heroines. Fucking I would really want to watch girls band cry, but again, they won't let me watch it because they hate me. That's homophobic. I've decided. I'm bi. It counts. Anyway. So that'll be a thing. But other than that, I just really quickly want to talk because we're wanting to get back in the groove of talking to a fucking piece of plastic in front of my face. Yeah. I apologize. That's horrible and awful. I should see about cutting that out. Anyway. So, again, it's been about a month since we've gotten to hang out again here. Though, again, for very different reasons than usual. Again, it hasn't been really like a headspace thing or the usual IRL stuff. Obviously, if you've lived on Earth at this point, you know sometimes summer is a bitch. I hate summer so much. So summer and winter can both just fall off the face of the planet. We don't need them. I don't even really like spring that much. Spring has its own bucket of bullshit, but at least it's in that middle ground where it's not as bad. But even then, it's all super fucking wet, and it's always fucking raining, and I love rain, but the problem is rain also brings thunderstorms, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to recent videos we've had on the channel, which was 11 years ago, but I am afeared of the spooky sparkies in the sky. We've discussed this a lot recently, because it kept coming up, it was weird, so even like that, it has bad shit to it. But yeah, winter is way too fucking cold. I do not need it to feel like it is negative 70 out, literally, actually, and for reals. That's just death. You just die at that point. You can't or you die. You just die immediately. That was a thing not even that long ago. What the fuck, Montana? Anyway, and then... summer, which is the fucking thing we're talking about. The thing we're talking about here. Summer. Really fucking hot. Hot can sometimes be a little more manageable than cold sometimes. It's not, actually, that's bullshit. It's way easier to warm yourself up than it is to cool yourself down. Especially when you don't have access to things like air conditioners and stuff. You might notice there's a different fan in the background. That was the thing I was talking about at the beginning. God damn it, I've referenced it. I do have a slightly different fan that now has a little, coolie thing in it. It's just water. It doesn't... Also, makes me feel moist, and I don't like it. I like it better when it's dry. What? We're not going to think about that too terribly much. But, anyway, Jesus Christ. Point is, it got really, 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 really fucking hot. And listen, Texas people, shut the fuck up. I don't care that, this is fucking rich. Shut up. This isn't Texas. Eat my dick. Point is, it got really, really fucking hot. And not really having the best ways to counter that is bad. Because when it gets too hot, your brain boils in your skull and you die. Heat stroke's just a thing that happens. And for anyone who has never done it, I would like you to just know, recording in especially my specific setup that isn't necessarily super changeable, it tends to trap heat really fucking strongly. There's a reason I talk about getting melt brain during the winter, and stuff like that. And because of all of that, I couldn't. There was no fucking... I tried 8 fucking times to be well, maybe today's just fucking cool enough to... And I got fucking 3 minutes in and I'm nope. I'll just die. And also I've ruined my fucking room for the rest of the day. I now have to try and completely re-fucking set this to a survivable temperature, which is impossible, after you have fucked it up. So anyway, long story short, it was just way too fucking hot to do anything, anything at all. So that was great. So that was easily the biggest thing that just kind of consistently got in the fucking way of things. And especially since it lasted for a decent amount of chunk of time. And so you say, well, what about, like, in the middle of the goddamn night? You know, you're a fucking night owl freak. And, like, it was obviously significantly cooler there. And it was significantly cooler there. The problem is I fucking work nights. So that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, so, like, some of the only time I actually could do anything where it was actually cool enough to do, I had to go to fucking work. So it wasn't really an option there either. Yeah, no, it was just, it was not great. It was kind of bad across the board for your boy. And that is not counting the other two things that came up, which is someone decided to go on vacation. So I had to go and deal with that. So I had to go and cover for them at work, which meant even less of that time that I possibly could have maybe done something. I was now doing someone else's job. And on top of that, I got sick as fuck. My brain was melting for an entirely different reason on top of the reason it was already melting. It was bad. Yeah, no, super bad fucking fever hit at one point. It was pretty short-lived, admittedly. The rest of the sick around it tended to linger a bit, as it usually does. But yeah, for like a couple days, or a day or two in there in particular, it was just, I'm just dying great. But yeah, no, so long story short, I haven't been able to do it. So I've basically just been here, doing my thing, watching things with my eyeballs, playing the video games, as one might, and trying to be not as fat of a fuck. I don't want to go into it too terribly much, because you guys know me. I can be a little fucking annoying about, like, my weight and stuff like this, because I know it's just a thing that I've always had to deal with. If you've been around for a hot minute, you've seen me go from, he's a kind of a really big fat guy, to, he looks kind of like a normal human being, to, well, that didn't last. Yeah, like, you can very easily chart my, the way I look throughout the years on the channel. It is at one point it was kind of a nice thing, because it was the good direction, and then it was less so. But long story short, yeah, I don't know what flipped in my brain again recently, but I've been in a lot more of a mood, which is worst time to do it, by the way. When, again, I'm dying from the heat, it was like, I should start working out. This won't backfire immensely. I mean, it's working. It wasn't comfortable, but it was working. Yeah, it's one of those things that's like, it takes time, and it's a little frustrating, and it's interesting because, again, I'm in that position where, and again, I know this won't matter to a lot of fucking people, and you don't give a shit, but again, it's my fucking video. Shut up. But again, it's something that has always kind of affected me in a lot of very bad ways in the brain box. But it's been interesting because, obviously, again, it started about the weight I'm at now. Hold on. Started about the weight I'm at now back in the day, from kind of like my worst. I think it was a little worse. No, it was a little bit worse. At least near like 10 pounds or something. From where I was when I first started, and then obviously if you've been back in the channel, you watched me drop like a fucking rock, actually, quite a bit. Like losing almost like fucking 70 goddamn fucking pounds. It's fucking ridiculous. And then eventually, and I don't really remember what it was that flipped in my head, or if it was the depression or whatever. Obviously, that kind of shot back up a lot of ways. But it was also kind of one of the. It's also one of those things that. It's a little difficult to register exactly what direction you're in both good and bad ways. Especially when you go from, like, basically having zero muscle on your fucking body to having a decent amount. I'm doing pretty good on that Last one. It's not great. I ain't seen the new Wolverine movie. I know I don't, but I'm pretty sure I don't look like the Hugh Jackmans. The Hugh Jackmans of it all, but I'm doing okay. But along with that, it's one of those things that, like, it can be hard to process exactly where you are sometimes, because you have muscle that you didn't have before. And so even though you weigh more, especially because muscle weighs more already, I don't know how much more. I don't know anything about anything, but I do know that it weigh more of that. So the number inherently higher, even if the situation better than was before. My situation currently, better than it was that first time, but don't know how much better because, this thing, but also definitely still other thing no good. My brain melted over this month. Can you tell I can't speak word? Anyway. But it's that kind of difficult thing. But the reason I specifically mention it recently is because my body weight, since I have started working out again and taking care of myself a bit better and eating better, has changed basically not at all. Which, upon immediate glance, is upsetting. Right? Like, I've been doing a lot. And like, if you just only look at that number, it's very demoralizing. However, it's one of those things that we're like, I know that things are changing because things are different. Things like, hey, this wasn't here again, and then other stuff like that, and like, just things are different than they was. And it's very noticeable because the other day I stood in front of the mirror without a shirt on again, and I went, holy fuck. I remember this is like that one time in that one video where I accidentally left it running in the background, and I took my shirt off and then accidentally uploaded it, and was about a second away from posting it publicly, and I would have deleted my channel. Because I looked like what I looked like there. Which was bad. But then, since then, I've proceeded to look as well, and like, there is noticeable change. But again, that number hasn't changed, and that is, again, it's this constant thing of trying to process that number with where, like, I can very clearly tell what is different in my body. And it's a little, it's a thing. It's a finicky bitch, and I want that number to go down. But it's taking its time, but at least things are changing. Like, one thing is shifting over to the other. That is blatantly clear, and I appreciate that, because I would very much like that to be a thing again. I don't need to go all the way back down to like 180 or something. Arguably not great, honestly. Debatably bad, because I am a giant man. As has been discussed many times before, there gets to a point where I don't know where it actually starts getting bad, because, I'm a fucking giant. It's also one of those things where, like, as bad as I do look, I could look infinitely worse if I didn't have that extra height just stretching me out like a fucking Laffy Taffy? I don't fucking know. I was, something like that. I kept wanting to say Slim Jim, but that sure as shit wasn't correct. For like any reason. But anyway, long story short, my month has basically been me sitting around here, boiling in my skull, and trying to take care of myself a little bit better. But yeah, I haven't been able to record, obviously, because of any of that. But I have been able to do that. I don't know if I would have been doing that if I had been recording under other circumstances. So, I don't know. Regardless, things are changing for the better on that front, which paired with, again, some other changes, potentially for the better as well, allowing us to record more in general when it's not a fucking 100-some fucking degrees. Stay stay this number. This number is arguably... You should go down still, but, like, if you have to be a number, be this number. Anyway. But yeah, long story short, that's where I've been. That's what I've been up to. That's how I'm doing. I am doing better than before. The headspace has still been pretty good, obviously dealing with this, but also because of this and having that understanding that, like, I know that number isn't going down, but things are changing, I also have been feeling a little bit better on that front as well. So, and again, it's super hard for anyone to know visually just from these fucking videos, because I sit like this, which is fucking nonsense. What angle am I even at right now? But like I've said like this, and like you can't, like, unless I'm like moving around much, you can't even see what my fucking torso looks like and shit. Nor do I want you to. I hate the way my torso looks. It's arguably one of my most upsetting features. I'm built like a fucking fucked up fridge. Like a fridge that someone went Office Space on. Like, it's bad. It's not good. I hate it. It was fucking horrendous in that mirror, too. You know, like, you get, like, the muffin top thing? It was, but like that, but the top part? I hate it. No, stop. Anyway. Fucking trying to do what we do. But anyway, fuck. Also, don't ever take, I would just like to make something abundantly clear. Don't ever take my fucking personal, weight situation and my body fucking issues and shit like that and paste it on yourself or anything like that. Like, handle you however makes you happy. I'd like to make that abundantly clear. I realize I'm bad at taking my own advice, but don't fucking compare yourself to other people. I'll do that. And know that it's a bad idea, but I'll handle I'll handle that shit. But anyway. I don't know. Boys, that's where I've been at. I hope you guys have been okay. I hope you guys have been staying cool. Obviously, some of you live in the tipsy-turvy, upside-down, silly-willy versions of the world. Places, stuff. In which case, how's that going? But yeah, I hope you guys have been taking care. Being well, staying cool if you've been fucking boiling alive. Staying warm if you've been freezing. I don't know, fucking... You know, planet's weird. Fucking, yeah, I hope you guys have been doing well. I hope you guys are excited. Again, I can't guarantee it's gonna be picking up immediately. I'm constantly staring at that fucking temperature, just hoping it doesn't skyrocket back up again, because it's been real, like, here's 3 days where it's 7,000 degrees. 60. That's lovely. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Cool. What a grand old time we find ourselves in. And then just all over the place. But I think from this point forward, we're... Oh my god, I apologize for coughing. I think we're more or less kind of on the decline from here. I know it'll start picking up back into like that fucking 80s again, which still is gonna be like, it's probably doable, but it's still gonna suck. And just fucking, we'll see though. We'll see. For right now though, I'm gonna see what I can do. I hope you guys are excited for whatever it is we can do. And I hope you guys are doing good. Regardless, I would like to watch a thing with my eyeballs. And I should hope that you should want to do that as well. And we can do it together. Sexy style. Assuming you are of age and my type. One of those. Both important, but one of them slightly more important. Anyway. Point is, Jesus Christ. And consenting. Also very important. The trifecta. Anyway. Point is, we're going to go ahead and end it there. Reminder, I'm going to put a poll. We're going to fucking see what we can do. I don't know what we're doing. The problem is, I don't even know what I want to put on there. Because I know I want to put things on there. But I don't know what I want to put on there. What is this bullshit? How does my brain... How do I survive on this... Like, how am I still alive? How have I not just walked into a fucking train? Anyway. We're going to go ahead and end it there. I'm already so hot. It's not hot enough to justify me being as hot as I am. I'm trying. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and end it. I will catch you all next time, whenever that happens to be. Hopefully very, very soon. I intend to record something immediately after this, so at the very least, there better be fucking one thing after this. But yeah, we're going to do that. And I hope it'll be a good time. So yeah, take care of yourselves. Stay beautiful, stay wonderful, stay happy, stay healthy, all of that shit. Be well, love all the things that you love, so long as they are good things to love. There are bad things to love in this world. Don't love those things. Love good things, like pizza. I'm half and half on pizza. Like anime women. Dragons. Anime dragon women. Anyway, point is, I'm gonna go. I'll catch you all later. Tools, duels, and lemons, everybody. Don't look at my fucking 11 head. Anyway, it's not even just if you put the hair over, well then I look like a fucking like weird 90s grunge rocker. But that's not the fucking... I'm gonna go ahead and go. Bye everybody. I love you so dearly. Take care of yourself. You well. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing watching this video still? Why haven't you stopped yet? Bye.